Good morning. Welcome and thank you all for joining us today to celebrate and honor those who have fought for our country. Although this year has been unexpected and full of surprises, I am grateful that we have found a safe way to keep the tradition of our annual Veterans Day ceremony. First, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge all of those who have sacrificed and worked so hard to keep our country safe and free. In November of the year 1919, President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed November 11th as Armistice Day, dedicated to honor all of those who fought and died in World War I. On this day, a year prior to the President's commemoration, the warring countries of World War I signed an armistice at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. People across the globe rejoiced and celebrated, as the war had come to an end and the family members would return home. Over time, the holiday evolved into Veterans Day in order to honor those who have and are currently serving in the United States military. Thank you sincerely for every sacrifice you have made and for your service to our country. We hope you enjoy the rest of our program.
Their Courage by Roger Robichaud. Their courage deems utmost respect, their mission clear, our way protect. It's sure to each what they must do, no give or take, keep freedom true. With the grand old flag they'll unite, whenever they must march to fight. A life we know counts hard on them, without their rank, hellish problem. If our armed forces cease to be, how long could we survive as free? Let's well realize the truthful score, we need our troops just like before. Boils down to this, words to engrave, land of the free, due to the brave. God bless each one for being there, their loved ones too, unending care. Hope born from love touches the will, do back them strong, means to fulfill. Americans who serve to give, one nation, under God we live.
The Unknown Soldier by Melvin B. Tolson. I was a Minuteman at Concord Bridge. I was a frigate gunner on Lake Erie. I was a mortarman on Stony Ridge. I fought at San Juan Hill in Chattahoochee. I braided courtier at the Arctic Sea. The index fingers brings democracy. These states spread freedom in and in my bone, old as the New Testament of Plymouth Bay, when my founding fathers laid the cornerstone and rued the 13 clocks that would not stay. The hour on the hour I nerved myself with them, under the noose in my hand of my tyrant's whim. I've seen the alien ships of destiny plow the sea mountains between the hemispheres. I've seen the Gulf Stream of our history littered in the electrics of corsair careers. I've heard the watchmen cry, the bars, when midnight held the funeral of stars. I saw horizontal states grow vertical from Plymouth Harbor to the Golden Gate, till wedged against skyscrapers, empty real, their glories elbow the decrees of fate. These states bred freedom in and in my bone, I hymn their virtues and their sins alone. The tares and wheat grow in the self-shame field, the rose and thorn can pawn on my bush. The gold and gravel cuddle in my yield, the oil and grit and dirt together gush. No Gordian knot to be or not to be, snares not to free. My faith props the tomorrows, for I know the roots of liberty, tough fibered, freed. On the blood of tyrants and martyrs, the Judas blow, tortures the branches till they twist and bleed, and yet no Caesar, vitamin non-loot, can liberty uproot. I am the unknown shoulder, I open doors to the rights of man, letters incarnadine. These shrines of freedom are mine as well as yours, these ashes of freemen yours as well as mine. My troubled ghost shall haunt these states, nor cease till the global war becomes a global peace.
On Veterans Day, we honor all who answered to a service call. Soldiers young and soldiers old fought for freedom brave and bold. Some have lived while others died, and all of them deserve our pride. We're proud of all the soldiers who kept thinking of red, white, and blue. They fought for us and all our rights. They fought through many days and nights. And though we may not know each name, we thank all veterans just the same.
As we come to a conclusion to our program, we hope that this video communicates the appreciation and gratitude that we all feel for your service and bravery. Our hope is that we can all come together in person for future years to honor our veterans and those currently serving, because I think that is important that we hear your stories so that we can truly understand what it means to serve our country in the armed forces. For all the veterans joining us today, we would like to thank you for your service. You have sacrificed so much for our country, and we couldn't be more grateful. For everyone else joining us today, we encourage you to reach out to a veteran and say thank you, which is something that they deserve to hear every day, not just on Veterans Day. And lastly, we salute those who unfortunately cannot join us today because they gave the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. As Elmer Davis once said, "This nation will remain the land of the free only so long as it is the home of the brave." Thank you to all of our brave veterans. Thank you for joining us today as we recognize those who have served and those currently serving in the armed forces. We hope that you all have a good rest to your day. Thank you.